The Netherlands is a small, crowded country that sits lower than the sea, so they've always had problems to solve. But this situation gave the country and its people a unique advantage: innovation. From draining water with dikes and canals to building ships that carried new inventions across the ocean, the Dutch people changed the world with their knack for innovation. Today, the Netherlands is a global hub for finance and research, and is a founding member of several international organizations. Tourists come to see museums, windmills, and Amsterdam's dreamy canals, but they might not know that Dutch farmers are just as impressive. With high-tech precision farming, the tiny Netherlands exports more food than any other country except the United States. But Dutch farmers are in a fierce battle with their own government over farming and greenhouse gases. The government wants many of the country's farms shut down, and farmers are pushing back. Meet Florian. He lives with his parents, Willem and Adriana, in a 200-year-old dairy farm. Florian's family sells milk and cheese in the nearest city. Florian's brother Jelte works on the farm full-time, but his oldest brother Don studies at a university. Living on a farm comes with many responsibilities. Every morning, Florian gets up at 6 a.m. to clean farm machinery and move bales of silage for the farm's 83 dairy cows to eat. During the week, Florian studies hard at school. He's running for president of the Student Farming Association. During breaks, he hangs out with his friends, helps on the nearby farms, or goes exploring on his ATV. With a selfie stick, Florian records his rides to share with friends. Willem's farm has been in the family for generations, and he hopes to expand it before passing it down to his sons. But land is expensive, so farmers like Willem try to be productive with what they already have. In fact, productivity is what makes the Netherlands an incredible food producer. Even with its small size, productivity and innovation give Dutch farmers a competitive advantage. Many use new technology for precision farming, like robots that sort animal waste or apps that keep track of livestock. As part of a 100 billion euro agricultural sector, farms like Florian's produce the milk, meat, fruits, and vegetables that feed people across Europe and as far away as China. That's why Florian's family jokes that they're busy feeding the world. Being so productive comes with problems though. And one problem is the use of nitrogen, a fossil fuel product, to fertilize the soil. Dutch farmers need to use a lot of nitrogen, but if too much cycles through the ecosystem, it can contribute to some greenhouse gases. However, farmers know that the right amount of nitrogen is essential for growing strong, healthy crops. Without it, Dutch farms could not produce enough food or milk, and people could starve. Nevertheless, environmental activists have convinced the government of the Netherlands to cut greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030, starting with farmers. A law passed in 2019 threatens farmers with fines if they don't lower their farm's nitrogen levels. Some might have to sell their land. Even though there are already quotas for how many animals a farmer can raise, this new law wants Dutch farmers to cut 1/3 of all their livestock by 2030. Florian can't believe it. 1/3 of his dairy cows? That would destroy the family's business. He feels frustrated and helpless. People who live far away and don't understand how hard farmers work are singling them out for greenhouse gases and not considering the devastating consequences if less food is grown. Florian also has more bad news. The school elections ended, and he didn't win. How could that happen? Everyone knows him, so why didn't they vote for him? Meanwhile, Willem and Adriana just received a non-compliance fine from the government for 100,000 euros. Everyone is worried they might lose the farm. Willem appealed the fine and is waiting for a court date. Now, instead of selling their products in town, he and Adriana are helping with political rallies across the region. There's talk of another protest, with farmers driving their tractors all the way to The Hague. Don is home from university, and Florian told him all about his election loss. Don is a business student, and he's helping Florian understand one thing. It's not enough to be a great candidate. He needed to show people why they should vote for him. That makes sense. Now Florian understands why farmers are joining the convoy to the capital. They can't assume people in far-off cities know how careful they are. They have to show them. With so many families participating in the protest, Florian's school shut down for the week. Their parents are busy, so Florian, Yelta, and Don are running the farm. In between chores, Florian is making videos with his selfie stick. After all, people might want to see what life on a dairy farm is really like. Then Willem delivered some surprising news. His court date is tomorrow, the same day as the convoy. With the family farm on the line, he can't miss it. Instead, he wants Yelta to watch the farm while Don and Florian drive the family's orange tractor to The Hague. Don and Florian left a few hours ago. Now it's 6 a.m. and the sun is rising over the long line of tractors. At every crossroad, people are cheering and waving Dutch flags. Florian's live stream has already gone from 100 viewers to several thousand. He's proud to be joining his fellow farmers and taking action to protect his family's way of life. Don and Florian are finally home from their ride with the convoy, and they are exhausted. When they learn that the court gave Willem 30 days to pay his fine, they wonder if their protest was for nothing. But Willem is smiling. He's proud of his sons, and he's got a surprise. Someone from a private investment company in Amsterdam saw Florian's live stream and watched his farming videos. The company then reached out to Willem and offered to invest in the farm, finally giving him the resources to expand and upgrade to high-tech machinery. Florian and his brothers cannot believe it. With help from the new investors, Willem and Adriana paid off the fine. Like many small farms that are teaming up with investors, they're now expanding their operation. Willem can't wait to buy more land for his sons. Meanwhile, Florian's found a new side hustle, helping his neighbors make short videos to teach about farming. Florian is glad to show everyone what Dutch farmers are capable of. After all, many people want them and the Netherlands to succeed in feeding the world.